Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is the Captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We're just going to do a real quick video. Not only do I want to tell everybody a happy Thanksgiving, but also mention kind of a mission by Wizards that, guess what? I was correct in my estimate that they pretty much destroyed the secret lair for Monster Hunter. Don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, and all that good jazz. So here we have it. The only reason I knew about this was I actually got an email into my mailbox from them with a little less, we'll say, colorful language than this. But basically, it says here, let's cut to the chase. Secret Lair X Monster Hunter Super Drop was revealed last week. Fell short of expectations. I mentioned that mainly on the merit of, not only were the cards that they were reskinning relatively useless, the art was the only good thing about it, and it was basically, honestly, not cards that even would see play, even if you wanted to use them in a deck, because, they just weren't playable, especially for Commander. Also, they made, instead of making equipment cards, they made equipment into creature reskins, which was fucking weird to begin with. But anyway, we heard loud and clear that you were disappointed. That's putting it mildly. And we believe we can do better. So we're going to postpone the release and rework this super drop entirely. Like many of you, we're big fans of Monster Hunter. It's why we put this super drop together. But in our excitement, we missed the mark on elements like card selection, and faithful integration. Integrating the world and mechanics of Monster Hunter. As a result, the overall construction of this super drop is not up to the standard you have come to expect. Meaning, we can't sell this since nobody's going to fucking buy it. Therefore, we better just redo it. Otherwise, we're going to lose our ass. Pulling super drops back isn't something we're going to do very often. Yeah, until they figure out they can't fucking sell it because nobody wants it. But we're committed to doing better. Capcom is on board for us to take another swing at this super drop as well. So we're going to pull this one back. We'll share new details and an updated release date in a few months. Keep an eye out. Yeah, so we have lost this super drop for the year. And my personal opinion, thank God, because they're putting out enough fucking shit already. But it just means that they're going to pile it into somewhere else next year. Which, I mean, whatever, it's just what they fucking do. So, is what it is. I don't blame Capcom for this, because personally, I'm sure Capcom just wants some money. And as long as they use cool art, Capcom probably doesn't care whether it plays well in Magic, because, it's Capcom. They're not that vested. However, as much as they might not have liked it, they probably wouldn't say a whole lot, because in this day and age, Capcom would probably take any IP money they can get, along with any free advertising that comes with that IP, especially across nerd networks, i.e., other groups of nerds who don't play Monster Hunter. But anyway, like I mentioned on here before, I didn't like the cards. I thought they were made poorly. The only thing good about the cards was the art. Everything else was a giant shit show. And I had some people tell me that I was a little harsh on that. Even some people talked about I need to play the game. News alert, I do play the game. And this news alert here pretty much explains what I was saying was correct. Not that I really care. It's all opinionated pieces, right? Who gives a shit about what I say? But I would like to think, a voice in the nerd community with somewhat logical expectations of things, I am glad that I apparently was close to, or at least resembled, a lot of what you guys felt, that apparently came out in some way, shape, or form, that Wizards realized they were making a huge mistake with Monster Hunter. And if I was part of that, I mean, so be it. To be fair, in the grand scheme of things, people could have liked this. It could have came out and it could have been fine. In my opinion, it wouldn't have mattered. But I do like the fact, for me personally, that we're going to get a better Secret Lair drop, because, to be fair, Not only does Monster Hunter deserve a better Secret Lair drop, but us Magic players deserve better quality cards in the reprint slot, especially if they're going to charge this kind of money for it. And, bombard us constantly with new product every month. There's none of this. We'll just make a shitty product and then hope they buy it, and we'll just pass the buck on and be done with it. So I appreciate everybody who raised concern and felt the same way, that this was not only not up to par for Monster Hunter, but not up to par for us as a Magic community. And Wizards needs to remember that they have to do better. And I think a lot of the Spider-Man and Avatar problems that we're starting to see, well, Spider-Man's already been shown as a giant shit show, which I think Avatar's close behind. Give it a few weeks, and I think it will be cheaper than Spider-Man, in my personal opinion. But point being, if we don't speak up, as a nerd community, and let them know that this is not good enough and we just don't want it, they're just going to push a whole bunch of crap out and probably ruin the entire Magic community as a card game, like they did with the massive overprinting and Amazon drops, which they're close to doing that again. So buckle up, Buttercup. We got that going on. We won't even talk about how that's shaping up. We'll see if it. I'm gonna give a few more releases to see if this becomes a serious pattern of certain places doing Amazon-style drops that are not Amazon. And give it a little better thought, because, to be fair, because it's not Amazon, it's technically a store. You have to go into it. There's pros and there's cons, but there's also a lot of similarities to Amazon. So I'm gonna wait and see, and we'll see how that plays out. And I think the real show of that's going to be the Chocobo bundle that's coming out in December. A lot of people are already talking about how expensive it's going to be. I'm here to tell you, I've seen them as cheap as $130 through certain stores. Do not pay a bunch of money for this, because I have a feeling they're going to print so much of this that it will be cheap. It will be available to be cheap. And a lot of people are just trying to scalp it. And what few scalpers are left who haven't lost their ass yet by some miracle of God, I think this should be their reckoning day, by us not buying from anybody other than LGSs and actual stores to get these bundles, because trust me, they're going to be available, and you don't have to pay $300-400 for them. You do not. I mean, I regularly see them for $160 at most stores, which tells me they're going to be cheaper, since I've seen some stores advertise them at $130 for the holidays. So we'll get past that real quick. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Real quick, links in the description. eBay TCG player. Black Friday's coming up tomorrow, 6 p.m. Come to Whatnot. I'm going to have lots of stuff on sale. Flash sales, cheap wheel spins with big prizes. It's going to be a blast. Check out eBay and TCG player probably after Black Friday, or whenever I get my Avatar cards on there. God knows when, there's so much shit going on. Also, check out the Otaku Shop link in the description for all the sweet geek and nerds in your life. Get them some anime. Capnclydes will give you 10% off the store and your order. It'll be a good time. So, with all that said, you guys tell me down below, do you think this is a good move? Do you think that they could have done better? Or do you think that they don't need to pull this back because it was just fine the way it was? I mean, there's an argument for both, but I believe in the grand scheme of things, it looks like the nerd community as a whole has decided that this Secret Lair drop is nowhere near where it needs to be. So, comment down below in the comments what you think. And as always, until next time, be kind. And I hope to see you across from the game table. Holy cow, do I got a lot of shit to set up for Whatnot. All these packs and dual lands, complete bundles, full boxes. God, somebody's going to win all this stuff for $10 and going to lose their mind. It's going to be a good time for somebody. Yep, oh well. Nobody ever stays to the end anyway. What do they know? Later.